Part one was wonderful. It was just a technical difficulty. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Troy Rawlings here for part two with the world famous Harveys. Two times. But part one, the information was so amazing that even though we had some technical difficulties, I wanted to make sure we did it again because it was so much. And we talked for like 30 minutes. We're not going to talk as long this time. We're going to streamline it a bit. But I wanted to touch on, like I said, this is a different kind of meet because of the climate that the world is in right now, March 2020. So you may watch this another time. But there's so many people with essential businesses, and you don't know how it's going to affect how your business actually affects the world until there's some kind of pandemic, pandemonium, shortage. And then all of a sudden, your little voice, your little business that you called a small business could be something that, I was interviewing young man, Christopher Kai, who's amazing. We're going to be working with him for just training our speakers with our teams. And Christopher speaks around the world, 5 figures and speaking and amazing things. But he said a key thing about Rockefeller. Remember, Rockefeller was born before, was it the Civil War? Yeah, he was born before the Civil War. I believe it was Civil War, World War I, Rockefeller, Civil War. And I think after the Civil War, all of a sudden, there was a need for these different resources. And it was gasoline and it was oil. So many times after some kind of panic, tragedy, world calamity, anything like that, businesses thrive, even if it's something that's like, we're going to get past this. We're going to have a cure. We're going to do, we're going to get past this point. But how do you help society as a whole? The nature of business is supply and demand. Right. So you guys, I love the Harveys because one thing we talked about is their book, Why Do We Cheat? And they're ministering to couples and they're going forth and they're pouring their life lessons into the couples they meet in a way through being authors and encouraging people that you can do it too. They gave a bit of their testimony coming from and I'll let you go into that. The book, Why Do We Cheat? Where was that birth from? Where did that come from?
It was birthed from hurt, from pain, just being able to express yourself through writing it all down. That helped a lot. Because it was a way of getting rid of all those things, getting rid of the past mistakes, the past hurts, and growing and learning from it.
Yeah, it's pretty much it's almost like having a 2 parts. It's like the beginning and then it's the aftermath. So it's like you go through different ups and downs, different situations, different scenarios, and when you're in them, it's like, you can't really see a way out. And, almost to the point where you think it may break you. But the purpose of this book is to show people that it's not the end, that you can go through these things and that there is still life after, but not only is it just living, it's actually living to enjoy it, and getting past it. And that's what a lot of people don't think is possible. You think that that's just it and that's all there is to it, but you can, live through it, get past it, and be better because it, depending on what you learn. But, we're just trying to motivate other couples and just let them know that, if we have a story, we want to share ours so they won't feel that, they can't share theirs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm gonna delve in a little deeper in part 2. I'm gonna delve in a little deeper, but y'all, what is it? Because a lot of people, I say a lot of people that are advertised, or what we hear the most is people don't make it back from infidelity, from that kind of pain. But we talked about glues. I talked about in my book how my uncle said, you know, children were a glue, and you guys have marriage, you have love, you have business, obviously you have friendship, sex, all those glues.
Yeah.
Children, you know, you got 3 children, so obviously some sex going on. But y'all seem like, you know, you've been together 16 years, married 7.
Mm-hmm.
How early in the relationship or late in the relationship, or was the proposed infidelity certain part throughout, or was it in particular time in the relationship that it was just like the breaking point that things were going wrong? When did the infidelity piece occur in the relationship?
Well, you know, truth be told, it was happening throughout the relationship. It just became overwhelming. So that's when it got brought to the forefront. Because when you're tired of living that double life, remembering the lies that you told, you know, forgetting to delete this, delete that, don't say this because you said it the last time.
What's it? Wait. Stop. Was it both of y'all?
It was both.
Yeah. Know how I got that? Because when she was talking about it, she was talking about it, and I could hear that she was coming from just tired. And Brian was like, yeah. So now, just give some backstory in case you didn't see part 1 or saw it and didn't hear this key part. They met and they were working together, and also in Baltimore, working in a high paid, high money, high volume mall and a high volume store. Shoe City was huge. And they had their lives before they met, and you were working together. So not only are you working together, but you're meeting hundreds of people every day.
Right.
Did that weigh in on it as well? Or was it just something you had from past and you brought it as everything came together? It just continued forward.
That's a key thing right there. If you don't realize the weight of the hurt that you're carrying and how deep it goes, then you don't even realize how far back the infidelity actually came from. Like, you don't realize how far back where it came from originally. So we actually point that out in the book, where you make a discovery of actually where that hurt came from initially to make you want to keep repeating this cycle.
Right. And that's key, because a lot of times when I'm doing a Taboo Talk event and stuff like that, I remember this couple being at one of my events, and the guy's a deacon, and he's a black guy, and we're in San Diego. And, you know, it gives people a little bit of wine and let them put questions anonymously in the bucket. This is on. And his wife's Latino, and she feeling herself. She's like, yeah. She was like, look, I got something to say. I was like, you don't wait till I put it. Nah, just saying, you know, I love God. You know, anytime somebody starts with, I love God, anything after that is like, look, don't get me wrong. I love God. But.
Right.
So she was saying, how much church does it take? And she was talking about that. And she's fine looking sisters. They probably in their mid to late 50s. And, you know, and she was like, I just want him to give me as much attention as he's given the church. Mine's packed in there. And it's Christian crowd and mix. And we like, you know, they're going out. I'm like, I said, brother, what's going on here? He's like, don't lose your family over the church. And he was just kind of tight-lipped. And then she was like, yeah, it seemed like, you know, I'd love to have sex every day. And da-da-da-da-da. And she's going on. I'm like, yeah, this is what you want. And then I looked at her. I said, so when did it stop? She was like, what? I said, when y'all first got together, were y'all having sex like rabbits and having a field day? When did it stop? And when I said that, he said, and looked at her. He knew. And a lot of times, guys, we're not only silent in the things that we do if we're doing something wrong. I'm silent when we're wrong.
Yeah.
and then here and here, we're gone. We're somewhere else. If we had a guy, for guys sometimes it's both. And I've heard women say it before too. I know women stuck in there everything. And then when she was fed up, that guy was thinking he still had the same woman, and she's like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, we paying that, we taking care of that. Oh, babe, why don't we go out, baby? Oh no, me and the girls gonna go.
Mm-hmm.
But for y'all, it seems like, and I don't want to give away the book. You got to get the book. Why do we cheat?
Yeah.
I don't give away. So, but for y'all, it seems like it was something that might have grew with y'all. Like some of the stuff that we do is casual, because I've never been married, and I realized that now in the relationship I'm in now, I had to let certain things go, mentality wise, even me having my daughter help me, because I didn't want to bring just anybody around my daughter. But the mentality. But sometimes we've made it palatable, we've made it acceptable so much that we don't even see it as cheating or infidelity anymore.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It becomes the norm.
Yep.
So all right, y'all gotta get the book. We're gonna be doing some live forums, but make sure you're following. All the information is below. All the information is below. But we want to talk about. I want to get on the topic because we got to thank you, Myesha, thank you, Myesha. Not saying we're not thanking you, B, but we thank you, Myesha, because you're on the front line right now. You're on the front line of the coronavirus pandemic. You're a nurse, and she has a great. I thought it was great before. We were talking before, and I was like, oh, scrubs. You know how many professions really need to. I want to talk to you, and we're going to work on some stuff because I'm barbering background. I used to be a master barber. We always had a certain, coming out of Baltimore and Maryland clinicals, we already had a certain level of professionalism. And a lot of the stylists and the barbers don't carry that same professionalism with smocks and wear and stuff. Coming off of what we're coming through now, people are going to be looking for people to be hygienically on point.
Yeah.
And to have scrubs and smocks and that, and Myesha started a company called Forever Scrubs. And they're running out of scrubs and uniforms. They can't keep everything clean enough, and especially with your nurses. I knew nurses before that was working 12 and 14-hour shifts. I can imagine what they're asking y'all to do now.
I like it.
So, and with the Focus there, tell us a little bit about Focus and how that came about.
Well, Focus was originally an idea that I had. I was just thinking one day, hey, what if I had my own clothing line one day? And I used to draw just in a notebook, and I would show Myesha when we still were dating. And it was like, I kind of just like pushed it to the back because then didn't really think it was possible, didn't know where to start, didn't know really the first thing about, how to get started. So I put on the shelf. Come years later down the line, it came back up again. I started to have that creative itch again. And, we looked into a few things. Myesha found part of the equipment that we have now. Got it for a nice price, and the creativity started to flow. Got the website going.
Yeah.
Just started pretty much just printing out different things, different ideas. And now, it's here and it's available for purchase. Without Myesha, though, it wouldn't have been possible. So I always, give credit to my wife for motivating me to continue with it and to push forward with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most powerful thing, because I mentioned glues earlier, and the fact that you guys had so many things. What do you think was the thing that really kept y'all from saying, we quit? That's it. Let's just go our separate ways. What made you stay? What were the things that really made you say, okay, let's work this out?
So, like one of the glues that you said, our children, having 3 children, that's not an easy thing. So we don't want to show them that you should quit. We don't want to show them that marriage can just be thrown away. Like, we want to show them that you have to fight for what it is that you want. You have to fight for the love. You have to fight. Like, marriage, it takes work. I know a lot of people have always heard that. So yes, marriage does take work, and we want to show our children that. We want to show them what love really looks like. We want to show them what dedication really looks like.
And it's also, when you grow up, like me myself, I was raised by my mom and grandma. So I want my kids to have both their parents in their life, and to show them, like what a family unit looks like. Because I truly believe that when you have a structured household, everyone benefits from it. The kids growing up, they get the correct vision, and you want them to want that for themselves. So having that structured home with the parents and the children, us being able to together to teach them and help them navigate their way through life, is, and like she said, it's always going to be work to be done. You can have an argument today, and you can fuss each other out back and forth, whatever, but at the end of the day, you always want to apologize and openly communicate and just get back to square one, which is their family structure. So that's always been important to us.
Is paramount. Family and making sure your children see that, because for one, when they see that you stick in there, man, you build character, that you don't build quitters. We got a lot of quitters. Because all we've seen is quit. All we've seen is I'm not happy, I'm out.
Yeah.
And that's powerful. That in and of itself is powerful. Y'all says this is a powerful key I want to mention, because I talk, my book, I talk about fighting. I hate arguing. Like, if we in an argument, give me a minute, because you became an enemy to me. So I got to get my head straight. And some people you got those couples that like to argue so they can make up and have sex and hardcore say, oh, I love fighting, because like I know dudes that like argue. They be talking about it. I was like, yo, why are you still with him? It's like, oh, well, I was like, I know it's not because the sex is good, because crazy. You gotta be crazy to have bad. I mean, I don't understand. What's all the argument? I just don't get it. But some people, that's how they function. You've seen those couples over the years. They just always bickering, always arguing. I'm like, how y'all still? Because ain't nobody else gonna put up with it. But you said something key, because y'all got the kids and the family stuff. Y'all won't close the door and have the discussion. Sometimes y'all can be right next to each other having a text back and forth. And you said it's easy because you get all of your thoughts out versus cutting each other off. And that was pretty, because I never thought of it that way. Sometimes it's like, oh, the text message is not really relaying what you want. But when y'all married and right next to each other, or one downstairs, one upstairs, you can do the whole
paragraph.
And then you be like, huh? Like, let me rewrite it. But y'all could be.
Also, if you really think about it, the benefit of that is because you can't put a voice to text. So it's like you can't misinterpret it because you're just reading the words. Now, if we're arguing back and forth and she gets loud, then I'm like, she getting loud on me now. But when you're reading the text, it's like the words, it clearly explains what is being said without it feeling like you're being yelled at. So
long as you don't put that long as you don't put that caps on. I've told people before.
I was saying.
Take off the caps.
It's kind of like we were meant to be authors, because like we do. Like, we are very, very descriptive in our text messages. So if I am yelling, I am putting it in caps with exclamation marks, with emojis. Yeah, you gotta get creative.
Yeah.
Emojis help a lot, and LOL helps a lot. Like, I hate everything about you, LOL. Like,
Like, did you mean that?
Yeah.
Are you really laughing out loud as you write this? Because I'm into it. All right. Tell people how to get in touch with you. We want to thank y'all so much. This is part 2. It still ended up being 20 minutes, but we wanted y'all to get to know the Harveys a bit more. And with some technical difficulties going on, probably with the whole, I'm just going to do like Cardi B and blame coronavirus. Blame it on the COVID. All right. Let everybody know how to get in touch with y'all. And also, I have below, if you're a healthcare worker, if you're a daycare provider, babysitter, barber, stylist, anything, nurse, doctor, and you need scrubs, hit them up. Yeah. They have the hookup. They can deliver them to you. They got stock. They got stuff behind them. You see it on the rack. They got clothes and stuff on the rack ready. All right. Tell people how to get in touch with you.
So I do have a website. It's foreverscrubs.com. I'm also on Instagram at foreverscrubs LLC. And your focus.
You can follow at Marzell Fashion LLC on Instagram. Has all of the designs that you see here, and plus some other ones. On Facebook, I'm Brian Harvey Senior.
Yeah.
And for you all that need the book, everybody needs the book. Want to get the book? It's Why Do We Cheat? You can find it at barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com.
Yes.
Myesha and Brian Harvey Senior. The Harveys. More to come. More to come. I love y'all. Thanks so much.
Love you too. Thank you.